Well, hello everybody and welcome back to Life is Feudal. I'm going to start off by apologising for any of you that have watched my Life is Feudal episodes for the latency of any other videos. Basically the reason is I downloaded this security program from AVG. Now I had this game of my own, you know, as you all know. It's like a little server of my own, so it was just me on it. Okay, I can implement others if I want to, or add others. But we had this little world of our own going where we started off with nothing and we've managed to create a shack, a furnace, a kiln, and I think we've done a smeltery as well. But then I downloaded that program and it would not let me back in on that world. So I've gone now and downloaded and installed Windows 10, which overwrites basically more or less everything on Windows 8. So we're going to give it a go. Here we go, create a world. Now it's still there, but as you can see it says up the top here on the left, disable all your antivirus firewall before creating your own world. Well, I'm going to try anyway. Now this is exactly how we left it. Now I was able to get onto this page before, but it wouldn't let me go any further. So here we go. I'm going to make a start and have a look. Fingers crossed. Waiting for server. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. You know, because I was very cheesed off. I deleted AVG. But there was obviously still a file there in the background somewhere that was preventing me from getting onto the world. But it's loading server now. It's not actually waiting for server. So I'm hoping, well, looking on my other screen, it looks as though that the server is running. So hopefully, fingers crossed, here we go. But I think in this episode, they've implemented a few other things now. One of which was a female character. Yeah, and your own body you can modify as well, but I think you may have to create a new player rather than use your existing one. Or I think, according to the records on what I've read, you can ask the owner of the server perhaps to see if he could add new features to your original character. Whether that's true, I don't know, but you can give it a go, isn't it? Give it a go. I might, just for the sake of it, add a new character to what we've got, just to see what the female is like, and hopefully she'll be good. So I'm going to pause the video for a second until this one loads up. So give me a couple of seconds. And welcome back. That wasn't too long actually. As soon as I said I'll see you in a second, it comes up. So anyway, this is me, Ziggy G. This is the character that we use at the moment. Now I think we may be able to create another character. We're going to give it a go anyway. Here we go. Right, this is us. Now this is what we actually look like at the moment. This is the default character. Quite muscular, big feet and huge hands. But there you go. It looks a lot better than it did, doesn't it? Now the female character, let's have a look. Gender, female. Female, come on, click on the female. There she is, look. Oh yes, she looks quite sweet. Oh, perky little booty and perky little bangers. But but that's what she looks like. She looks quite sweet, to be honest. Fair play. At the moment, I think you can scroll in and out just to see what she. There you go. You can either use your mouse or just zoom in and out with this. Add, zoom. So that's what she looks like close up. Her eyes are rather big. Looks a bit sneaky, so she could stab you in the back. But anyway, we'll go with a female character. What sort of name should we give her? I don't know, just something simple. That'll do. Anne. All right then, Annie. I think that's how you spell Annie. First family name, we'll call her G as well. Gender, obviously, we're going to go with the female. And the voice, let's have a look. This is something different. See what this one is. Now that's the one she's already got.
I've got you right where I want you.
Oh, she sounds a bossy old cow, doesn't she?
You've nowhere to hide.
That doesn't sound too bad.
There's nowhere to run.
Yeah, she no, a bit bolshy.
You've nowhere to hide.
Yeah, that one sounds better. Now the race, I think we'll stick with the one we usually go for. Well, she looks quite sweet. Yeah, she don't look too bad. And what's the middle one? Yeah. Oh, okay, we'll go for the middle one. Middle for diddle. Appearance. Right, the head. I'm not too sure because there's nothing there that actually highlights that you can change anything there. But facial features, let's see what that offers. Not a great deal by the looks of it. If you look at her face as I'm clicking, not a great deal. What about her cheeks? Nope, nothing. Well, we'll just keep it there. Hair, haircut. Let's have a look, see what sort of hairstyle she has. And that's the default one. Oh, that looks sweet. Oh, that looks okay. What's that? What they used to call that, like the beehive, way in the 70s. Yeah. So we'll go for something like that, I think. Should we give her facial hair? No, I don't think so. Right, hair colour. I think I'm going to stick with the blonde, I think. Skin tone. Let's have a look, see if she needs to go a little bit darker. This one here, isn't it? That doesn't look too bad. Okay. Right, these ones here, they're all set around about the 15 mark, so I'm going to keep those there. Crafting skills, again, I think we'll try and keep those around about the 15 kind of mark. Combat skills, two-handed blades, we're going to knock that up. Yeah, we'll knock them all up. There you go. Okay, that's it then. So we're done. So this is Anne, or Annie. Here we go. So we have two players, so we can actually flip from one to the other, I think. So we'll go with Annie for this time. Play. I'm going to pause the video again for a second until it loads up. And welcome back. Here she is. I'm not too sure if this is the lake. No, that's like the ocean, isn't it? Now they have implemented more animals, I believe, on here. I haven't read up on what kind of animals. I think I may just turn that volume down a bit because that is slightly high. Audio is, well, actually master volume is quite low, so I'm going to knock it down a little further. Okie dokie. That sounds a bit better. Still fairly loud on the sand, but no, we can live with that. Right, now if we have a look at the map. Now our base, if I remember right, is... I think it's over this side, to the sort of like west of the lake. So that's where we need to get to. Okay, right, so here we go then, mush. Where are we at the moment? Well, look how far down the map we are. So we can, in fact, walk all the way around. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. We'll go that way, and we'll follow the seashore. Let's have a look to see what she looks like. Oh, she looks sweet. She looks sweet indeed. Now, can you actually look at the front of this character? I'm not sure how you do that. Oh, she jumps a little bit like a Nancy girl, but it's bearable. So first and foremost, we're going to need to train her up a bit. Like Ziggy G, we're going to have to look for plant fibre, because we're going to desperately need to find, get a weapon of some sort, just in case we come across something nasty. So, as you can remember, you right click on the ground, and the first one is prospect for copper. So there may be copper here, so you can prospect for it. That's the prospecting. Forestry, create a campfire. Well, we don't need one of those just yet. Nature's lure, gather plant fibre. or search for something edible. I think as on default you basically have food anyway. So we're going to right click on this, gather plant fiber, so it actually stays at the top. So every time that you wander around and you want to gather plant fiber, you just click on that and away you go. Let's see how much you can gather. There's our backpack, which you press I to get into. She's found one. Clever girl. And then just keep on going. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause for a second or two. I'm going to gather some plant fiber. The next one will be obviously branches. We're going to have to gather some branches. And then after that we're going to have to go off and gather some stone or rock. So I'll be back when I've gathered that. And welcome back, ladies, gents, boys and girlies. Right, we've gathered everything that I think we need to get us on our way. Right, is what happened is I pressed the wrong button, so my original record ended. So I'm going to attach this to the original ones. Don't worry. Right, so as we did with Ziggy G, if you go on to press I, go into your backpack, if you like, your inventory. If you right click on the stick, create a primitive tool. To get to that, all you need to do is to go to forestry if it's not up here. Okay, and then you can right click on it and then it will go there. So create a primitive tool. Let's get rid of the map for a second so it's out of our way. The map is obviously button M for mother. Right, first of all we are going to need a shovel. We'll get a shovel. That is one branch, one stone and one plant fiber. So let's craft that and get her going. She's been doing quite well, bless her. She works like a right old Trojan horse. Alright, there's our shovel. So we'll stick that down there out of the way. And the next thing we're going to need is, I'll grab a hammer. That takes a little bit more. 3 plant fiber, that one. Oh no, we can't make a hammer because we need rock. But we can get that now because we've got a shovel. So let's go on to an axe. We can craft an axe. That takes 2 plant fiber. I found an apple tree as well, by the way, and we got ourselves some food to keep us going. But when they eat on this bloody game, they sound like pigs. I'll show you that now. Ready? Listen to this. It does. Actually, it sounds like a horse eating an apple, doesn't it? But there you go. Right, so we've got ourselves an axe. So the next one we will probably need a pickaxe. Yes, we can craft a pick. Always got to have a pick. And then once we've done this, I've got to go and find some rock. And then once we found the rock to make our other bits and pieces, like the hammer and what have you, we can then move on and head off back to camp. Hopefully, I haven't made a guild as yet, so she shouldn't actually need inviting to the guild. Hopefully. What about a saw? Yeah, we can craft ourselves a saw. I'm not too sure about a weapon. I can't remember because, like I said, it's been a while since I've actually uploaded or played this game. But we shall see. So we've got a saw. We can make a torch as well, I suppose. Fishing pole. A sling. We could actually... Can we make... No, we haven't got the right materials for a sling. We are... Actually, what was that we needed for the sling? Oh yeah, we need 10 plant fiber. We only have 6 left. But I can get some more. Oh, a knife. That might come in handy. A primitive knife. So if you do come across an animal, you might need a knife to, to get the goodies from it. So there we have our knife. We'll drag all the tools down here. So basically then all we're looking for is a sickle. We could use a... Can we make one of those? We can indeed. There you go. So all we need now is the saw and a hammer. But we can get that later on. There's no real rush for that. The saw was 3 of those and 7 of those. I could probably stand and gather a few more, I suppose. But nah. We've got enough tools for now. So let's bring up the map so we can see where we're heading. So we need to be going up that way. I'm going to stay along the shoreline because, like I said earlier, I'm not too sure on what kind of animals they have implemented. Whether they're quite hostile or something, I do not know. And they have bears, and me and bears just do not see eye to eye. I don't know why. It's just one of those things. But I know there's horses in the game because yesterday I actually went on. Actually, I might have to go into my settings actually, so as I can implement more animals. Because at the moment I think it's quite low, but I can and I will maybe in the next episode change the settings so we have, like, I don't know, 100 animals or something like that, if it will accept that or not. We're not getting any lag or anything at the moment. It's staying at a nice 30 frames per second, which is good. And she runs quite sweet, don't she? And that's like sprinting. So is what I might do is I might pause again for a few momentios, and I get myself as close to camp as we possibly can. And if I do actually come across any animals that we've not seen in the game before, I will show you. So I shall see you in a momentio. And welcome back again. Right, there we go. There's the lake. So we're not that far away from where we need to be. I think it was over this way. Now, is what I'm hoping... I know it's another player, but it's that we're not part of a guild at the moment. And the only problem I might have is trying to accept certain players into the guild, because these are both my characters, Ziggy G and Anny G. They're like man and wife, if you like. There we go. There's our camp. I wonder if Ziggy G's there. You never know, do you? Could be stood there doing absolutely nothing, as per usual. But yeah, I am happy as pig in shit at the moment, because I actually did think that this world was gone forever. But as you can clearly see, it is still here. Yes, we did actually manage to get the forge up and running. We've got some crates, and I do believe we should be able to open them. Go into everything. Yes. Oh, there it is. Sorry. So there. Yeah, this is the sort of stuff that Ziggy G had already made. He's got a hammer, so we don't actually need one at the moment because we can use this one, which is good. All good. The campfire is no longer burning. What did we? I can't. Oh. You cannot do anything with this object. Ah, right. So I might have to get Annie to make one of those herself. What about this? And again with that, there must be some sort of... I don't know. I might have to sort of like accept her or something. But as you can see, there's no guild at the moment. So actually, I wonder if I claim this house. Because even though... Ziggy made this house, I think I should be able to claim it for myself. So yeah, if you right click on the building, if nobody's sort of like claimed it for themselves, you can actually claim it. So let's try. She still actually sounds like a bloke when she's praying. Something wrong there, I think. That's something that they might have to sort out. That's it. Pray to the gods. Right, so there you go. Anny G now is the proud owner of this old shack. Now I wonder what Ziggy's going to feel to that. You know what men can be like with their possessions. Now, can we do anything? No, we still can't do anything with that. I think, like I said, it's because I actually need to get Annie to go and make one of these for herself. I can actually do that fairly quickly. You know, when we're ready. I might actually do that off camera and get to the same sort of stage that Ziggy is at. We don't need to live together as man and wife. We can. It sounds wrong, doesn't it? But it's all fun. But yeah, in the next episode is what I might do is get Ziggy back on. Maybe reclaim his house, because I think it gives you 24 hours. So this time tomorrow I could get Ziggy back on, and we can actually continued where we left off. As you can see now, in one of the updates, I think floating logs were supposed to be sorted out, but as you can clearly see, we still have floating logs. But again, you know, this is exactly the way I left it, or Ziggy left it. So, you know, once we get rid of these logs, perhaps, you know, it might sort itself out. But this is a nice little area, so if Annie does have to make her own stuff, you know, her own place, but I think that's what it is. It's because my construction, I think you need to be a certain amount in construction skills. Now, which one was it? T? No, it wasn't T-I-L, wasn't it? Yeah, there you go. As you can see, because of the settings I've got, Annie has been able to get up to 83% in prospecting. We've not done any mining as yet. She's managed to get up to 85% in forestry. We haven't done any wood cutting, so that's the next thing on the agenda, I think. Nature's Lure, we're actually up to 72%, and we've done no gathering as yet. Why that is on 15%, because I've done no digging, but it's what they call it? Oh, sorry, terraforming. But I've not actually dug anything, so I don't know why that's like that. Maybe you can tell me. And this here, farming, because we've gathered apples and we've what else do we do? We got some branches and what have you. That is why that's at 73%. As you can see, we've done no animal law, but that is another thing on the agenda. Whether it be Annie that does it or Ziggy, I think is what we might do is concentrate on getting some chicken coops and what have you, and see what other animals we can gather up for ourselves. And obviously we need to do some farming and try and find some plants and what have you that we can actually plant and grow for ourselves. So yeah, you know, things are looking pretty darn good for our dear old Annie. Let's escape. Oh no, I don't want to do that. Get rid of that. We'll keep that one and get rid of that one, and we can also now get rid of the map. So now we've got a nice clear screen, apart from the night cycle. Oh, she's got a nice little wiggle there. Did you see that? Little wiggle. Yeah, go on, Annie. You give us that little wiggle, honey. Go on. There you go. So yeah, I think is what I might do is, like I say, let Ziggy claim this one back. I might try, because as you can see here, we did put the monument, you know, the frame of the monument up, but now what does that actually need? Erect monument. We need, I don't know, yeah. Oh, we need some bones. And I think we get the bones from the chickens, slaughtering chickens. So we're going to have to get our chicken coops up fairly soon. We can make the nails because we've got the the forge and what have you. And the shaped rock is quite easy to get to as well, because if you remember, if we stand here and look down that way, over to the left there's a mine. Now should we go and have a quick look at that before I end this episode? But yeah, there's big prospects here now. Now I'm so glad that I've actually managed to find this world again and able to play on it, because it really peeved me off, because you know, I was getting some good views on it and I was getting some good comments. So you know, please don't let the latency you know, deter you away from this, because like I said, we've got, you know, we've got great prospects in this game again now, thankfully. But yeah, here's the mine that I'd started with old Ziggy. Over to the left here a bit, I think. Yeah, this is all actually iron, I think, or is it dirt? No, this is dirt, I think. The mine itself was... Did I actually make a mine? I'm sure I did. Oh, there it is. There it is. Because what I'll have to do is get some torches put up. But this was the start of the mine. So yeah, we can... And this is all iron, I believe. So yeah, we can make loads of tools. Get Annie on the old cooking, you know. Get her some frying pans and what have you on the go. But yeah, so what do you think we should do next? I'm gonna sort of give you a chance to join in. Should we make? We obviously need chicken coops. We need animals. And we also gonna need... What else we're gonna need? We're gonna need a house made for Annie. Is what I would like to say. I'm gonna have a look into to see whether I can actually make the guild, but you know, name the characters. I think I'm able to do that. I'm not sure, but we'll have a look into it. So let's get on back down onto camp. There's these trees as well. As what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can find some really good quality trees and make a tree farm for ourselves. I know we've got all this, but not all these trees are going to be of great quality. So yeah. And what else do we need? A well. Yes, a well is what we're going to need for water, because we have to run a little way over there to get to the lake. We're okay at the moment as far as the infinity pile, because I think on here we can gather iron, sand, dirt. I think that was all we put on this one. But when we find other stuff, obviously we can take this infinity pile down and hopefully it will still work, and put another one up somewhere. So anyway, I do hope you like what you've seen so far. And again, my sincere apologies for you know, for not carrying on with the series from the last one. But I can promise you this, that it's going to be there's going to be a lot more to come in this game now. And also, is what I'm going to do, as I said earlier on, I'm going to have a look at my settings to see if I can implement more animals, because I think I got it set fairly low, only because of the bears. But because there's been more implemented, I believe, you know, I think it's time that we brought more in. So you know, like I said, we need to find chickens and what have you, so we can put them in the coop and let them breed. So anyway, again, if you like what you've seen, can you please leave us a like? Any comment that you would like to leave, please feel free, and I shall catch you all in the next episode. So that's from Annie and from Ziggy. Bye bye for now. Bye bye.